Yeah, my name is Rod Rain with R&R Entertainment. It's a great show. Make sure you come down here next year and have a good time. We got all kinds of things going on here. We got the Battle of the Oldies bands, where we got 50s and 60s bands competing for the title, Ohio's #1 Oldies band. Located in the other room, we have Ohio's #1 Elvis impersonator, 7th in the nation. Comes here and plays at our show every year, so you got to make sure you come down here next year and check it out. He will be here. And Rudy Illusions, they're here today defending their title, Ohio's #1 Oldies band. So next year, come on down here, find out who the band was that was #1, and check them out and see who wins. We have the best of the best. Our show has the highest rating as far as the majority of the nicest cars in one area. And that's not how I feel, that's how the public has rated and how the TV and the newspapers had rated this show.
Hi, I'm Marcus Leader. I own a 1957 Plymouth Plaza. Rescued it from the junkyard in Strongsville, Ohio. A friend of mine owned the place. Put it on the trailer, took her home, changed the engine, interior, did all the underneath work to it. Added the flamethrowers to the back. Everybody loves them. She's a great driver. I take it all over the place. Well, I found it in a junkyard and it clicked with me. I took it home that day. I loved it. It's Chrysler 1964, 413 in it. Automatic transmission, running a Dana Pozzi in it. The back seat was beautiful when I got it because it had the plastic covering over it, but the front seat was completely gone. So we just redid the whole thing. Nothing special, it gets me back and forth. Dashboard, completely took that out, sandblasted it, repainted it. Had to modify the transmission because it was a 64. And that's the only place I could locate it with the cables because it doesn't have linkage, just cables on it. Running kerosene in this tank, nitrogen in the other tank. There's also another bottle in here just to get the pilot light going for the flamethrowers. Keep about 150 pounds pressure on the nozzles there and get my pilot light going, hit the other switch, and here comes the heat.
My name's Ron Voles. I'm from Evans City, Pennsylvania, and this is our 67 GTO that's been on the road approximately 2 years. It was restored, not by me, but by a younger fellow. It's rated at 360 horsepower. We purchased it, like I said, 2 years ago, and my granddaughter is going to inherit it when I pass away. This is what they call the build sheet. Some cars have them under the gas tank, some have them under the back seat. This one was found under the back seat, and as you can see, it's in excellent condition. What the build sheet does is kind of give you the detail of the different options that are available on different cars. The Protecto plate came with the car also, and the Protecto plate, there's numbers on the Protecto plate that should match the numbers on the block in the engine. So it does match. So we're fortunate enough to have these two things too.
Hi, I'm Dave Weary. This is my 55 Chevy Bel Air two-door sedan. It's restored to original condition. It's a 265 V8 two-barrel. It has a single exhaust. It has a power glide transmission. It has the original tires, wheels type on it. All the parts and components to the engine are original pieces. It's a Neptune green shoreline beige car. It was built in November '54 in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all to original specifications, even all the chassis and dry shafts clear coated and got the stripes.
My name is Wayne Carroll. I live in Barberton, Ohio, and I started this restoration about 4 years ago. I bought this car from an ad in the paper. This is a BMW Isetta 300. BMW made it back in the 50s when their cars were big cars weren't selling too well. The BMW company built about 132,000 of them, and at this date now there's about 1,200 of them left in the United States. This has a 4-speed transmission in it with reverse, and the powertrain in it is a 300cc BMW motorcycle engine. Comes with a sunroof. All of them came with a sunroof. That was in case you bumped the front door and you couldn't get it open, you could escape through the top.
Hi, my name's Carl Mahaffey. I'm from Dover, Ohio. My car here is a full custom Acura Integra 1993 model. We started on this of August of 2001. It was a total wrecked car. Whole front end was gone in that. And we just started putting it back together in August 2001 and put it on the show circuit of June 2002. You look in the back here, it's got 3 12-inch subwoofers, power acoustics. All the boxes you see there are handmade, which I did myself. It has 44 total neon lights and strobes in it. It's got a DVD player in it. You can play movies in it or music videos. 3 DVD screens. The car's got complete total suspension's been redone. All new brakes, all new springs. It's lowered 2 inches. Engine compartments, full chrome. Just anything you can imagine. The car's been touched from nose to tail. There is not any part of the car that hasn't been touched.
Jerry Prawl from Uniontown, Ohio. The car is a 1956 Corvette. The color is Aztec Copper, one of 166 cars in this color. Total restoration, frame off, was crashed in 3 places. It had rusted out frame. Yeah, I did all the interior work myself. Convertible top. The paint job was done by Customs Unlimited. Yeah, the engine's 265 cubic inch, 225 horsepower, numbers matching, all original. The car is judged at 97.3 in NCRS out of 100 points. It's one perfect car.
I'm Daryl Hostetler. This is my 1946 Mercury Coupe. This is a friend of mine, Jim Marks. He did the paint and body work. The car has a 402 Chevy Big Block, 69 Camaro subframe. The interior was done by Unlimited Upholstery. It's a 1964 T-Bird rear seats. Car runs great down the highway. We've had a lot of fun with it. Been to several Good Guys meets and Street Rod National shows.
All right, my name's Charles Mills from New Philadelphia, Ohio. This is a 1967 Rally Sport convertible Camaro. The interior is a butternut yellow, which is a rare color that comes with these cars. We did a complete frame-off restoration of the body and the undercarriage. The interior was done by Jim Roll in New Philadelphia, and Lou Erickson of Pitside Paint did the body work. The engine, a 327, is bored out 30 thousandths, and it's got a 293 cam in it. It's original block and heads. I just modified it to the way I like it.
My name is Onley Heath. I live in Sugar Creek, Ohio. This is a 1950 Mercury, painted with a flame red 85 Corvette color. The front end has been nosed and decked. The headlights have been Frenched. We have a 53 Chevy grill with 54 teeth in it. It's all one piece. The hood has been louvered. We have dual spotlights with something back from the 50. We've shaved the door handles and took the molding off the side. The car has a gray interior, rolled and pleated in gray tweed. The upper corner of the door handle, the door has been rounded, gives a good curve to the back window. The back of the car has been planed. The deck lid has been taken down. Has 50 Buick taillights Frenched in the back. It has just a total 50 looks of what we had back in the 1950s when we had cars. The engine compartment has a 79 Corvette 350 engine in it. We put a swinging clutch and brake pedal in, so we have the brake booster and hydraulic clutch mounted onto the firewall. And we have had to rebuild the cow holding to hold the a Camaro radiator.
Good afternoon. I'm Walter Stockert from Strasburg, Ohio, and I have here my 1920 Dodge Brothers touring sedan. We've got this car in 1988 out of a barn. I'm the 4th owner of it. It has about 15,000 miles on it. And we did a complete frame-off restoration, and we have the documentation on it here. Unique to Dodge Brothers cars was the fact that their first car built in 1914 started with a total steel body, in that all the doors, all the framework, all of that sort of thing is all steel. There is no wood reinforcing, as was a part of your older cars at that time. This car is all original except for the fact we had to put a new top on it, new upholstery, and new floorboards. We did put new pistons in the engine when we rebuilt it, and the Timken company furnished us with all the bearings for it, part numbers 252, 256. They found them for us, and we replaced every bearing within the car. So it's basically a new 1920 automobile. This also has a silent start, in that the generator starter are one component. Even the radiator on this car is original. It's 83 years old, but this being a 1921 has the 6 diamonds in it. The 1920 would have had, or the 1920 had the 6 diamonds. The 21 had a rectangular window in the back end. So that was how you told the years differences of the cars.
Hi, I'm John Thonen. My wife and I have rebuilt this 37 Pontiac. It's a 4-door sedan, a touring sedan. The interior seat is a 6-way power seat out of a Mercury Grand Marquis. It's been cut down. That was done by Scott Conley. The dash and everything was modified by Dave Richards, and he's got it all set up with the steering and the column, and he knurled the stainless steel pieces on the dash, put everything in there, and just made everything work well. Everybody asks, why did I make an Indian head? Nobody realizes that's a symbol for the Pontiac from years ago. If you notice on the bumper, it's got the regular Indian head.
Yeah, my name is Bill Waters. I'm from Wellington, Ohio. I'm the owner of a 1956 Chevy 210 2-door sedan. It took me 11 years to restore the car initially. The interior is all roll-and pleated, vinyl, gray vinyl with the, like I say, the walnut accent. This is a gas tank area. This is a stock position on all 1956 Chevys. Many of the older folks might remember it. Kind of sneaky and very hidden and very nice engineering.
Okay, I'm Carl Wilson from Medina, Ohio. This is a 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible that I just finished here probably about 9 months ago. It's brought back to factory original, and the color of the car is Harbor Blue. It's got a 283 Chevy motor in there. The interior is also factory original, which my wife, she installed the interior. I got 2 57s and 155 convertible also. A lot of people like the 57 because that's more noted, but the 55 is also in a class of its own. So I wouldn't turn either one of them down as far as my preference. They're both the same, in my heart anyway.
Hi, I'm Chuck Coretta. I've been with Buckeye Corvettes since 1964. Buckeye Corvettes was founded in 1960 by Ewing Chevrolet. Been the sponsor for Buckeye since 1960. I own this 1984 race car. It's race prepared. It's a class in National Council of Corvettes that in what modifications are done. It's definitely not street legal at all, any place. The display of the cars up here are club cars, starting with over in the corner a red 1954, which is owned by Bill Haynes out of North Canton. That's an original car. Everything on that car has been back through restoration and been redone. The one next to it is an 88 black coupe, owned by one of our club members, with a white 90 convertible next to it. Over on this side, next to my race car, is a 70, looks like about a 78, red, painted in the Ohio State colors of scarlet and gray.
Yeah, my name is Lucky Niehez. I live in Sagamore Hills. This is my 1941 Pro Street Willys pickup truck. I got it about 6 years ago. It was pretty bad. We ended up doing everything, building a chassis for it. We built the bed out of stainless steel, hand formed it. Took a 300-ton press to put the louvers in the back of it. Suicided the doors. It's got a 400 cubic inch small block Chevy. It's been punched out to 409, so it's a 409 small block. Most of the shows we go to, we're getting too lazy to walk, so we built this little cooler cart. It's more of a hit at the shows than my car is. We have a lot of fun with it. It's got a little grill behind it. Fill it up with our goodies and just travel around and have a fun time.
Just sit on it.
I ain't sitting on this thing.
Sit on it. Your feet go right off the front of it. Just run your feet, just lay it over the top and put them on the axle.
All right. What's this button do? It ain't gonna ignite on me, is it? Shoot me down through the hallway here.
Yeah, well.
How you doing?
Oh, this is the man. This is the man. This guy made me happy. Put me on the dash black. Put me on a shirt. He's the greatest guy.
Got him on the back of the shirt too.
On the back of the shirt too.
Got him on the radio.
On the radio.
Got him on TV.
This guy made my head so big it won't fit out the garage door.
Hi, I'm Doug Ticko from Horizon Audio, and at the booth this year we decided to bring our rim and tire display. This is a small sample of what we carry. We have very popular in the industry right now, 17, 18, 19, 22 inch rims on vehicles, very, very popular. Chrome is very conducive right now. Most people like to do chrome on the cars. That's the hot mover. We do have some of the tuner rims that we do a lot for import cars. This is one of the guys that works for me that has a little Honda. It's got some Racing Heart, real popular rim, lightweight, very nice, very good looking. As we move down the display, we do all the tires and stuff as well. We have a machine that will actually mount and balance 24-inch tires. So it's one of the nicest machines in the industry. I brought my own personal 67 Ford pickup truck that I've owned for approximately 20 years, and we've got a nice set of rims and tires that we did on it. I've done a pretty much total restoration on this piece, real proud of it. It's got the original 306-cylinder motor in it. I did put headers on it, Flowmaster mufflers, and a custom exhaust. Redid the bed with all oak and stainless steel ribs. Nice little weekend driver. One of the things, as he pans over, that we do also that's very popular for the classic cars and a lot of the cars that are in the show is we're a dealer for a company called Custom Auto Sound. And what they do is they make retrofit radios that are designed to fit into the classic cars without doing any modification to the car at all. So the perfect example, this is a picture of a 1967 Chevy pickup truck dash. So the idea is in 67, the shafts on the radio were a lot larger than anything that's available today. So this company actually builds a radio that will factory fit right into the opening without modifying the customer's dash at all. And it has the correct application for the faceplate and what have you. They also have a piece that's really hot called Secret Audio. And this is for a guy that maybe they don't make an application for his car. He doesn't absolutely want to take that AM radio out of his 100-point show car. So they make a piece that would hide in the trunk or under the seat of the vehicle, comes with a display that can or cannot be used, and a wireless remote control. Now this remote control is RF, so it's like your garage door opener. It will actually work from 40 feet from your vehicle. So we could actually hide this piece, not see anything in the car, and operate and have a real nice stereo, high-powered stereo system in the car, all remote control. So really, really hot. And then we also, back to the wheels and tires, I have what's called a Wheel Pro or a wheel wear program that we have set up that it's actually on our website. If you go to www.horizonaudio.com, you can actually pull this wheel wear program up, have your car come up, your exact color, tinted windows if you want. You know, we can change the colors, we can spin the wheels, we can raise and lower the car, so you can see exactly what your car will look like with that rim on it. Very popular. It's a great selling tool. Like I say, now that it's on the website, you can go in the comfort of your home and do it, download or print of your exact car, bring it into the store, and we can hook you up with, honestly, the best deals. We're one of the Ohio's leaders, and we're actually Ohio's leader in car stereo security, remote start, and wheels now. So we'll hook you up with the best deal. Going to have 4 locations. I have one in Alliance, Worcester, North Canton, and Tuscarora Street here in Canton as well. So come see us.
We got any hot rodders here? All right, we got any custom cruisers and all that good stuff out there? Know how to build them custom cars? Say yeah! All right, here we go. Listen to the words of this song, see if it's don't bring you back a couple of memories. Take it away, baby. He don't like crazy music. He don't like rockin' bands. He just wanna go to a movie show and sit at home and you're so swell. Maybe a little car. He don't like hot rod racing or driving late at night. He just wanna think for his nice and dark. He just wanna hold me tight. You're so swell. Maybe a little car. He don't know any dance steps, nothing new. But no one else can like you do. Don't know why my heart hurts. Only know it does. I wonder why I love you, man. I guess it's just because you're so swell. Maybe a little, maybe a little, maybe a little. Don't know why my heart hurts. Only know it does. I wonder why I love you, baby. I guess it's just because you're so swell. Maybe a little car. Maybe a little car. Maybe a little
Yeah, hi, my name is Dennis Bregetzer. I'm from Cleveland. What you're looking at here is a 68 Ford Torino GT Fastback. It's 428 cubic inches, about 400 horsepower. We drive it. It's not a trailer queen. We're out all the time with it. We put about 5,000 miles on it last summer. Interior, it's just a black interior, bucket seats. The color of the car is grabber blue. It's an automatic. They are pretty rare. There's only about 450 of them still in their registry right now. There's only about 28 of them that have 428s in them as right now on the registry. It is a pretty rare car.
I'm Randy. Cleveland T-Trikes is the manufacturer of these. We're out of Warrensville Heights in Cleveland. This was supposed to be the only one. We built this one for the boss's wife, and it came out and everybody wanted them. So we started manufacturing. Well, it's the best of both worlds. You can go biking and hot rodding all in one trip. You got the handlebars and one wheel up front, and the rest of it's basically a car. They're pretty easy to drive. They got about the same turning radius as a Chevelle. You go through an off-ramp, sharp curve, 45, 50 miles an hour. They got a cushy ride. Okay, this is one of the newer models. They come with a door, a little easier access. They have rear fenders. The idea of the door was we're trying to set them up where we can do them for handicap. We have a whole handbrake system for them. They all have stereos in them, remote. The stereos, everything are hid under the seats, so we keep the nostalgic look. Our website's www.ttrike.com.
The owner's car of the car is Nick Loverkovic. He's from East Palestine, Ohio. And the car is a 49 Ford business coupe. It's mostly all handmade, everything on it. It's got a 460 motor, stroker motor, with everything in it. The interior was done by Portage Trim in Ravenna, Ohio. They did a beautiful job. The history of the car was literally given to the guy, is what it was. His cousin owned it from the time he was 16 till he was 49. He died, and he decided to put it together for him. It's in memory of him. So it's kind of it was a labor of love, all three of us doing it.
Hi, my name is Eric Olson with Thunder Alley Graphics, the owner of this 1940 Chevy.
Bought not to about a year ago. It's a 5-year restoration project. It's all steel bodied, no rust, no filler. The truck was found on one morning. I was driving, heading to a job, and I actually seen this parked up on a cemetery and didn't know the truck was for sale actually. What I did was stopped in a 2-day period 8 times and just looked at it. But the night before it had rained and all I seen was fog coming out from underneath it with a cemetery background. It just had this real sick, eerie look to it. Well, when I approached the guy, he was telling me that he was putting it up for sale because he couldn't afford to finish the job up. And when he, in an 8-day period, like I said, in a 2-day period, I stopped 8 times. And when it was all said and done, without knowing of it, my wife bought the truck behind my back and I didn't even mention it to her. It was through a friend that had said something. So that's exactly how the truck was bought. You can contact me if you're interested at Thunder Valley Graphics at 440-884-6094. I'm one for doing show signs and restoration graphics on old vintage vehicles. Thank you.
My name is Harold Ellison. I'm from Canton, Ohio. I own this 1933 Willys with a 427 390 horsepower engine in it, automatic transmission, Ozer in. Got a fiberglass front end, fiberglass rear fenders, 8-gallon aluminum gas tank on it. Panorama with 2 4s, has a leather seat in it, got a all white ash floor, side panels, got a third brake light put on it, tinted windows, new gauges. It's a great driver. I really love the truck a lot.
Jim, welcome to the Canton Car Show here, and this is the Rock and Roll Capital Street Machines display, and we have 9 cars here. This is a car that's owned by Marty and Marcia Gerstenfeld, and this is Marcia. She probably did most of the work on the restoration. Her husband doesn't really do that much, and you'll see in a moment why. But this is what year is this, Marcia?
61.
61 Pontiac Bonneville, total restoration, beautifully done, and wins trophies every time he goes out. But as you go down to the side of the car, you'll see and meet the owner, Marty Gerstenfeld, and you need to be careful because he's a very active individual. And as you can see, he's a hard-working individual. This is one of our nicer cars in the club. As you can see, it's totally restored on the interior. Now, Chico is the owner of this 53 Mercury, which was voted in the Newcastle back to the 50s the sexiest car in the Cruise.
It's got the original 6-volt system in it, the original drivetrain. It's lowered. It's a fun car to drive.
This is the president of the club's wife's car, Sue Pizak, 67 Mustang, all restored. I think it's got the 390 engine in it.
This 1955 Chevy is owned by club member Dave Shostak. It's a fully original 1955 restored convertible. Okay, this car has the rare factory option power steering off of the generator. Also has factory vacuum assisted disc brakes, which are 2 rare options in 1955. This truck here is owned by club members John and Nisha Chevany. It's a 1957 Chevy pickup, customized heavily.
Fredo Brezza. It's a 64 Impala SS. Has 350 Chevy motor, 350 transmission, full fender skirts, stock interior, painted, clear base coat, clear coat, ebony sapphire.
It's a 1973 Cougar convertible. It's only got 54,000 miles on it right now. The interior is all original, the engine's original, and the transmission's original. The only thing that's aftermarket is the wheels and tires. They're not original. They're as closest thing they could be because the car came with wire hubcaps. So right now it's just got wire wheels. It's a fun car to drive. I enjoy it. It's rare. They only made 39 in this particular color combination, and they made 1,700 of them total in the XR7 body style.
But this is a 38 Chevy with the 350 turbo engine, Mustang 2 front end, and It's a cruiser and it's a driver. The entire interior has been changed to a full leather interior with a matching Lacera steering wheel. Well, Jim, we're going to sign off here at the Canton Auto-Rama, but we want to invite you and your viewers to come visit us at Solon, Ohio for the best cruise in the state of Ohio. Every Tuesday night, 700 to 1,000 cars. And these are our members here, a few of our members, as you've seen our cars. And if you want to look us up on our website, www.rnrcsm.com. We sure appreciate you coming here, and we look forward to having you come back in Solon this summer.
My name is John Martin, and this is my 1953 Studebaker Commander Coupe. We decided to try to enhance the original Studebaker design, but not leave it stock. So we've now modified it to the point where there are only 4 stock pieces on the car. The 2 grill bars, the windshield, and the back glass are stock. Everything else has been modified. For example, we have like some side scoops to let hot air out of the engine that we modeled after a Corvette side scoop. We have Mercedes headlights in the front. We've redone the hood so it tilts forward to allow a little easier access to the engine. We've added 57 Chrysler fins, 56 Chevy taillights. We didn't like the openings at the rear wheel, so we took the front wheel openings from another pair of fenders and put them back at the fifth wheel, or at the rear wheel, I'm sorry. And then we chopped the top. The top was chopped by lowering the windshield on the body, leaning it back, and then leaning the back window forward. We got the top down 2.5 inches in the back and about 3 inches in the front. I built a custom 2-inch by 4-inch rectangular tube frame because I have about a 650 horsepower big block Chevy in it, and I didn't want to twist the old Studebaker frame. The Studebaker frame was a little flimsy. It has the Mustang 2 front suspension with the tubular A-arms, and it has a Ford 9-inch rear end. It has a 4L80E transmission. The engine has a Cowley's crank, Manley rods, Dart aluminum heads, Comp Cam's roller cam, a big 1000 CFM Barry Grant carburetor. So it makes some serious horsepower. Like I say, I didn't dyno the engine, but I would estimate around 650 horsepower.
Okay, I'm Glenn LaPointe. Yeah, my truck's a 55 Chevy pickup step side 3100 series, and I put a 350 in it. It's 4-speed, tunnel ram. My wife has a 57 Chevy pickup, 3100 series, 327 supercharged, 700 automatic. She picked the color. It was an Ohio truck out of Redmond City.
This is a 1932 bus. It was built in Canton, Ohio. And the reason I bought this bus is because I was down at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the guy was pulling the car. I didn't want the car, I wanted the bus because I'm a SARTA driver here in Stark County. It's a 12-passenger bus, and we just enjoy it. And the only thing I can say about it is you can't forget it when you see it. It's a chassis of an 86 motorhome. It's a 454 Chevy engine. It's a stock engine. The only thing it has is the twin headers.
Hello, I'm Kevin McDonald from Barberton, Ohio, and we're here at Rod Rainey's Cruise-A-Rama. I was asked to bring my old bike here. This is number 12 in a series we've made of a 1903 Harley-Davidson replica. It's actually a Briggs & Stratton motor. I've made it look like a 1903 Harley engine by machining the engine all around here. Here I've extended the cylinder 3 inches, and I've got a atmospheric intake on top that I did with the head for appearance. The cases are spun aluminum. Every piece you see on this bike is hand built except for the wheels and the tires. The seat here is an actual 1903 Troxel seat. The headlight on there is a 1895 carbide bicycle light. It might possibly be the first Harley accessory. On this bike, on the original, this would be your gas tank. It holds a half a gallon. This holds almost 1 quart of oil, would be your oil tank. This would be your electric coil. and this would be your battery pack. But on this bike, these are all for appearance only. The Briggs motor is self-contained. It's a leather belt drive. The belt is 10 feet long. To start the bike, you engage this lever here, and that tightens your belt up here. Then you simply pedal the bike, and then the motor will fire, and it runs on the stand. And when you want to ride it, you put it here. It's the same as putting in neutral. And then you take the stand away, set it down, get on top. This is like your original twist grip throttle here. And then you simply give her the gas and slide your belt in just like you would a clutch, and you can race along. This one does up to 39 mile an hour. The original was 25. Chrome hadn't been invented yet. This is all nickel plating. And it's harder to keep up. It takes a lot of Windex to keep it shiny. But like I say, chrome wasn't invented yet. And there's a number of precious metals on the bike, a lot of brass. There's copper over here, and all your nickel. And on my bike here, this is all black powder coating. Over here is a 37 Fiat replica that I built. I built this car 22 years ago at this show. As a matter of fact, it won Best of Show the first time it was debuted. But the whole car is pretty much hand built. There's hardly any mail order parts. The exhaust I made, even the wheels are hand built. It features electric doors, blown 392 Chrysler Hemi. Up here on the front of the grill, we have this has all been airbrushed on to look like a real grill. The carburetor is actually inside of the scoop here, and it's all tied together. The steering column is made from an actual exhaust pipe, and there's a Hurst floor shift made into a brake pedal. My gauges inside were the first ever digital gauges I ever knew of in a car. They are mounted behind a one-way mirror, and when I turn the key on, the gauges light up and become apparent. It's got cruise control, a nice sound system, a stereo, and equalizer. And believe it or not, it's geared tall, a lot of weight, or a lot of horsepower. Weighs 2,160 pounds, and it will actually get 21 miles a gallon.